What's the best keyboard you've ever used in your entire life? Go ahead, don't be shy. Share it. Up until a few years ago, my favorite keyboard was a Microsoft Internet Pro. That's what they called it. I don't know. They threw a whole bunch of keywords into the title. It was awesome. I loved the action on the keys. It was very responsive. I was able to key in pretty quickly. And then I, started to use one of the worst keyboards on the planet. The classic Apple wireless keyboard. I don't like this. Why do I keep this thing around? Because it controls the Mac Mini that's running the live stream at live.pirillo.com. And it's the only thing that sits atop where I have it placed. One of the worst keyboards I've ever used is this Apple wireless keyboard. I'm not the only one who didn't like it, but it still works. I just don't use it all that often, so it doesn't annoy me as much. It just seems that my typing gets slower on the keyboard. So my favorite keyboard also happens to be the keyboard that was recently reviewed on LockerGnome.com, as we've linked in the video's description, the Apple wireless keyboard review. So yeah, wrap your head around that. And I pull it out again. I put it underneath. My favorite keyboard ever, my least favorite keyboard ever, both made by Apple. Yeah, check it out. So I happen to like this wireless keyboard for a lot of reasons. One, I've never been able to type quicker. Two, it works with Windows. Three, it seems to do well with battery life. Four, it's responsive. 5, I have other Apple products, and the keyboard layout is pretty much exactly the same on every single one of them, including all of my MacBooks. So I use this keyboard. My fingers are, I guess, accustomed to the placement of the keys on any device that I use, and many of them happen to be Apple products, whether I'm running Mac OS X or Windows. And so I don't have to retrain my fingers to hit certain spots for keys, and that type of muscle memory can come in handy when it comes to typing speed. So people have asked, what's your recommendation? My recommendation is this one. Even if you're not a Mac user, even if you don't have an Apple computer, it is still compatible with Windows. Not exactly sure if Linux will work, but if you know anything about Linux, you can write your own drivers, Linux people, and you'll figure it out, I'm sure. So this has made me a better typer, and I've made the recommendation a million times over. Plus, I could pair this Bluetooth keyboard with my smartphone or my iPad if I wanted to. It works just fine. Did you know that you could pair your Apple wireless keyboard or a Bluetooth keyboard to your iPad? Did you know that? Yeah, see that? I'm not the only one. Ben Tar happens to agree. And you don't have to be a fanboy to appreciate really good hardware. And I do. I appreciate really good hardware. Again, for years I used Microsoft's products until better products came along. And that's really, how it's been for me. Now, if you know of another keyboard that we should be looking at, an amazing keyboard, just amazing. See here, we had the Optimus Maximus, which is a nice keyboard, but the responsiveness of the keys were just so slow. So it was cool, but it just didn't work all that well. Each key has a little screen on it, an OLED screen. It's pretty neat, actually. I did a review on that one a long time ago. But if you're looking for a keyboard for everyday use, I would say the Apple wireless keyboard would get my vote. I'm not alone. We've posted our full review on the Locker Gnome article. If you have any other keyboard or, let's say, general computing peripherals to recommend, you want us to take a look, let us know.